This is the Day's Eye Channeling and a reading for the 12th of March. We'll go ahead and begin with channeled messages, beginning with forms, and this has to do with, forms that you have to fill out. And what I want to say about this is trust in divine timing and, above all, your intuition. Don't ever let anyone rush you into doing something before you know it to be time. And Joe Riso, my birth father, gave me, he had a lot of good advice. And one of the things he said to me that I remember is, don't ever let anyone talk you into something, which is so funny. He's a car dealer. That was his expertise. But, okay, we'll continue on. Hiding illness, and what was spelt out was HIV and COVID, sick. Banished from you, and this energy has been banished on a spiritual level from you, but as above, so below, has to occur above before it manifests here in the physical. And then cocaine industry, and this person is also a user, and human slaves by sex came out. Bitcoin, and this has a double meaning, but it was spelt out. Your stolen money, inheritance, is coming back to you. And kin came out, K-I-N. Court summons and victory in court. 6 minions and 6 million. Sobbing and bunny came out, so around Easter time. And chives came out, onions, chives, both of these words came out, so it'll be bittersweet. Voyeurism in your home, one of the crimes. And here are some names and places. Colorado, Kim, Soviet Union, UK, Kevin, the last name Riso, Vaughn's, British Columbia, Mexico, Morris, Chris, Connor, and Con Man, and minivan came out, Honda. I'm getting white, color white. And then On a Binge came out, and also the word tipsy. So I have a story with the word tipsy, but this is sort of a long way around the mountain. In regards to the story I shared a few days ago, talking about just an observance of mine, thinking back a time when my path was blocked. It was actually a literal trail, but life is a metaphor. And there was an endurance run that I took part in 2 times. And this run, Western States 100, the first time I made it 78 miles, then the second time it was 80 miles, which is unusual. I usually finish what I begin, especially when I try really hard and I train really hard and I'm well prepared for it. So it was very unusual, but even more peculiar is the distances. My birth year 78 and Joey's birth year 80. So what is Spirit trying to tell you when you're shown things like this? Because everything has more than one meaning. Life does. And so, of course, I didn't see it then, but I do now, and that path was blocked. But the funny story that I'm taking us to is in regards to my birth mother, Karen Riso. She liked her wine. And she would sort of take insult to anything other than being under the influence in regards to being known as being in a tipsy state. She liked the word tipsy. She was tipsy is what she would say. But when I dropped out of the race and they list your name and then they list the word dropped next to it, my mom saw this, which is kind of funny, tipsy, dropped. But she was calling the race director at the time over and over and over and over and over again, saying my daughter fell down. And he was really funny guy. And he was saying, I'm sorry, but I have all of these runners to oversee, and this is really something that, doesn't need my immediate attention. But she was confused and just being her. It's pretty funny. Okay, let's go ahead and get to the tarot. See where I cut the deck. Reversed energy, we have the Ten of Swords, the Bearded Vulture, it's reversed. We've read this recently, but we'll go ahead and show you it upright. Let me take a look at it though. Numerical Oracle X came out for the wheel. This is the wheel of fate. And just look at the look in his eye. He knows, or she knows, it's an inevitable end to a person, place, or thing. Life, a part of life is death, right? But the soul goes on, and we go on when something ends, if it's not a literal physical death. It's the Most High, which also came out again, the Most High God and divine timing, who above all is the ultimate, the supreme overseer, the supreme being, the absolute, the Most High. And what I'm getting here is non-believers in God and a lack of faith. Well, sometimes God has to show up, right? Seeing is believing. All right, and it's reversed, so we'll turn the deck around and we have an upright Four of Wands, the long-tailed, that funny name, the long-tailed tit. Sounds funny saying it. Let's read it since we have it. I turned right to the Seven of Wands. Okay. Upright, celebrates efforts fully realized, and is a symbol of victory and joy. The first goal has been achieved. Happiness and relaxation are on the horizon, and a short vacation is in order. Briefly returning to what is familiar and possibly finding appreciation by friends, family, or a small circle of loved ones is restorative and in depth. The Four of Wands reminds us to take a breather and pace ourselves during times of work and times of rest. It's considered a card of victory and success. After the great challenges and trials of moving outside one's comfort zone, it is time to celebrate. Relaxation and a return to normality is a welcome reminder for the querent to know where they are on their life path, yet perhaps assessing what needs to be worked on going forward. There is also the possibility that new people and events might be entering their life soon. If short-term goals continue to be met, great prosperity will become apparent soon. The mind is at ease. The long-tailed tit has a relatively short lifespan, on average only 3 years. If not breeding during the summer, they are typically found nesting within garden trees and shrubs. When observing these tiny birds, we are reminded that life is brief, so we should make the best of what we have now in this moment, including little moments of joy. So a lot to intuit there. But this debacle, it's more than that, but has been going on for 3 years, heavy, but it began long before that. All right, we'll go ahead and close with that, and namaste.